all the people that we hear on a daily basis that are speaking out,
Right.
Against this whole situation,
Mhm.
they're telling people that we have to go after the Department of Defense.
Yes.
And they're saying things like it's a vaccine gone wild, gone off the rails or whatever. And Karen, from the very get-go, was saying, no, it is not. It is a bioweapon. It is
Yes.
not a vaccine. And we can go after Pfizer.
Yes.
And there's reasons for that. Yeah. Excuse me?
We can go after Pfizer for fraud.
We could go after Pfizer. I'll tell you why. If you say that these are vaccines, all right, they have to meet definition, all right?
Right.
They have to do no harm. They have to prevent infection. They have to prevent transmission. These vaccines do not do any of that. And if you look at the definition, it actually fits under the definition of a bioweapon.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a vaccine. So therefore, if it's not a vaccine, it's not protected by the laws that we have out, like the PrEP Act, that protect, vaccines. You can't go after any of the pharmaceutical companies. There's no liability there.
Right.
However, if you move these out under the definition of a bioweapon, which they are, because they do not prevent transmission, they do not prevent disease.
It was never tested.
They do harm, right, and they were not done by bona fide research. So when you put all of that together, therefore, Pfizer can be held liable. So it's not basically going after just the company Pfizer, it's going after the people that have put their signatures on these documents, knowing that there was not bona fide research, and knowing that it was going to have all of these outcomes, like thrombocytopenia, like stroke, myocarditis.
I knew back in 2020 when they were doing that open forum meeting, and it was slide 16 or 15, and they went right over it. Like, when they say, this slide's on a different presentation, you don't need to see it again. If you want to go back and look at it, you can.
So would it be safe to say that it is completely fraudulent? Everything that, like all these contracts, everything is absolutely, because it's based on a lie. What we were told that these were going to be ineffective, and there was, research done. That was not the case. So it's fraud.
Well, and Pfizer committed willful misconduct here. They knew ahead of time that what they were pushing was going to cause injury.
Yes.
So they no longer have liability protection because they knew this ahead of time.
Yeah, and Monique, Kat, we here in Naples, Jill was one of the fighters in this, for over a year, along with a few other people here in Naples. But what happened was our commissioners accepted $1.4 million from the NIH and the CDC, and what that grant did was actually it was supposed to provide medical, health care or whatever for a very poor population here in Naples. And they were the migrant farm workers. And when the research was done, we saw what they